What's up, Strong and Fit family? We are on day 10 of the Strong and Fit program. Post-workout recovery. It's always good when your post-workout shake tastes good as much as it actually helps you recover. So, before I start driving away, I'm going to talk to you guys for a minute here. We, like I said, are on day 10. I'm a little tired today, partly because I stayed up a little bit late last night. The other part is that I had to go in early and get blood work done, and I had to do it fasted. I did eat after, before I came into the gym, but I took quite a bit of blood, so I'm a little depleted, honestly, and so my body, this was a hard workout, so, and I'm going to do my cardio this afternoon. I usually recommend doing it right after your workout, but for time's sake, and because, like I said, I'm very, very depleted right now, so to listen to my body, which I encourage you guys to do as well, my body is saying if I go and do 15 minutes of cardio at the pace that I would like to do it, I might become too lightheaded. And so I want to make sure that I can, safely drive home and just be safe in general. So recovery formula right here is going to help me balance back out, go home, have a meal, and then this afternoon I'll probably have a good 15 minutes of cardio. So at some point, I don't know when I'm going to get it in, but I'm going to get it in, I know that. So let's talk about the workout, all right? As always, I want you guys warming up. Start with a warm-up set that gets the mobility muscles warmed up. So your shoulder rotations are what you should be warming up, like this, okay? Honestly, it's not like this. It's actually like this. Down. If you can rotate all the way down like this and then all the way back up, that's ideal. If you cannot do that rotation, just try to go here. Make your goal to go here. All right? So that's what I want from you guys to start warming up with. Get your chest and your rotator cuffs all warmed up, loosened up. Because when you're doing this, you're going to feel stretching right here in that connective tissue of the pec, and then you're also going to have the rotator cuff, which is ideal for any pressing type of movement, whether it's overhead or here. That will mess up your mobility if that's not loosened up. So do that. 3 sets of 10. You're going to superset that. Now, a superset warm-up, that's something we haven't done before, but this is something that I want you guys to start doing on some of these days, is just to keep a constant flow going. You're going to put that this type of rotation and combined with a machine press. That's just lightweight. That's all you're doing. We're not going heavy yet. Be patient. We're getting there. We're not going heavy yet. Not on this portion of it. This is just warming up. After you get those 3 sets of 6 to 10 repetitions in, you're going to go over to your bench press. Now, I do incline. That's what I want. I want that upper chest development. That's what I'm going for. So you guys can do flat, decline, whatever you want, whatever you're shooting for, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to do 60 to 65% of your 1 rep max, okay? This is not a super heavy thing. This is about, again, this is about building that strength. This is an endurance strength, but it is strength, okay? So 60 to 65% for 4 to 6 repetitions for 5 sets, okay? Now, on the first set, I recommend going about 60%. On the second through the 5th exercise or set, I recommend doing the 65%. If the 65% comes to something like 132, then do 135. Just round up to it, because there's not really any way to accomplish 132 with the weights. And I'd rather you guys go a little heavier than a little lighter so that we're getting the strength development. So on that, you're going to rest 1 minute between each set. If you need to take an additional 30 seconds, you can, but no more than a minute and a half. You don't need it for this. Yes, you're going to be exhausted. Yes, it's going to be tough, but we are not pushing, 80 to 90% of our 1 rep max. So a minute rest should be more than enough for something like this at 4 to 6 repetitions. So you go through that, you get your strength portion done. Following that, you're going to do a superset conditioning exercises. You're going to combine your I'm going to now transition to flat. So whatever you didn't do on your strength portion, you need to do something different. So if you did decline or flat on your strength, then you need to do incline on the dumbbell superset portion. Just don't do back-to-back, groups of the chest. You need to do incline, decline, or flat only one time throughout the workout, and you switch it up. So I went from incline to decline, or not decline, sorry, flat. So the flat was what I chose. Flat dumbbell press, supersetted with flat dumbbell flies. Do not put the weight down. This is 2 exercises supersetted. Do not put the weight down. You hear me? Do not put it down. You can rest pause, which means that you can come up and sit up and hold it, but do not put the weight on the ground. Don't do it. And if you rest pause, I want you rest pausing no more than 5 to 10 seconds. This is what you're going to do for the rest of for that superset. There are 5 total sets. You have your first set, 30 repetitions. Second set, 20 repetitions. Third set, 10 repetitions. Highest weight, heaviest weight. Fourth set, 20 repetitions. Fifth set, 30 repetitions. Okay? You're doing a pyramid style split. So at 30 repetitions, you're going to have a light weight. You're going to increase the weight at 20, increase the weight again at 10, decrease the weight at 20, and decrease the weight again at 30. Your last set is going to be your lightest weight. 15 pounds on that 30 will feel like it's 50 pounds at this point, because you're doing just in 2 sets of that, you're doing 120 repetitions. And you're only resting for the amount of repetitions that you do between sets. So on the first set, you did 30 repetitions for the presses and 30 repetitions for the flies. That's a combined repetition of 60. That means that you only get 60 seconds rest. Now, we're going to go down to the 20 and the 20. Then we go down to the 10 and the 10. So after that 10 and 10, you're only getting 20 seconds rest before you're picking up a weight and going back into 20 more repetitions. That's why that's going to feel so heavy. You're having almost no time to fully recover. That's okay, because this is conditioning. This isn't about strength. This is conditioning. We stroked our ego on the bench press. We stroked our ego on that. We did it with the strength portion. We got it, we cared for it, we stroked it, we let it know we love it, and then set it down. It's time to take care of our conditioning. So with the conditioning, that's what we're doing now. We're stroking a different side of our ego, the conditioning side of it, not the strength side of it. And that is now where a lot of people have the hardest time. It can be fun moving heavyweight. It can be easy to sit there and move heavyweight to a certain degree because you don't have the, it's just strength. You don't have that pain, that blood flowing straight into your arm while you're continuing to try and rep. Low repetitions, you don't usually get a really good pump until after because it just doesn't have time to get to that point, it seems like. Now, I don't know the science behind it, but that's just I'm telling you about for me. Whereas the endurance, the conditioning, oh man, I mean, at the end of that 30 reps for that last set, I literally had 15 pounds, and I had to rest pause. It was heavy. My arms were burning on fire. I'm telling y'all, they were burning, but that's okay. That's what we want. That means we're working it. So I understand this is actually a relatively quick workout. You guys could get this done in about 45 minutes to 55 minutes. So less than an hour workout, including your cardio time. And but your arms and your chest will be fully pumped and fully exhausted by the time it's over. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to go over with you guys. We've already talked about nutrition. We've talked about how my phone falls.